Hi there, I'm Dan Whittaker. I'm here today to talk to you about the correct setting of the golf club in the backswing and how we can help you achieve that for your game based off a couple of tendencies that I see people have and how you can start to take the club back correctly. Now, once you've achieved something similar to a one-piece move away from the golf ball here, which is simply just getting the club back as an extension of the belly button, so it stays here, meaning that the triangle between your arms and your shoulders and the club has maintained itself. From here, then we want to get the golf club to move upwards, okay? And we want the golf club somewhere close to a 45-degree angle here, and the golf club pointing back down to an extension of the baseline. So the base of the plane line is simply just an extension from here. Based from, just coming straight out, imagine the shaft was shooting into the floor. You could see here that the orange stick would be on this baseline. So from first move here, where it's still pointing to the baseline, at halfway back, I want to see the golf shaft pointing back down to that baseline. So that is the ideal position I like to see the golf club taken back to. Justin Rose does very well at taking the club back beautifully on plane here, and does a good job of keeping his arms in front of his body, meaning at halfway back the hands are in line with his sternum. One of the tendencies I tend to see with a lot of people is that they get the golf club what we call under plane. So it's going back and it's underneath the forearm here, so it's in a very flat position with the golf club quite open and almost pointing up towards the sky a little bit. So from there, that player will then tend to lift the club upwards towards the top, and that may create a little loop downswing where the club's just coming in a little bit kind of over the top. Now, there's different ways to set the golf club in the backswing. So for this player in particular who's taking it under plane, what we want to do is we want to get the golf club to work back in one piece here and then feel that the left wrist is cocking, okay? But the left wrist will cock from the point of where the thumb meets the wrist here, and this is called the Snuffbox, okay? So the Snuffbox right there is where the wrist cock will be felt, and we can hinge that club upwards. So for the player who's going very much under plane here, will tend to take it back with the right hand in a very dominant fashion, will want to feel that the golf club is coming up from the left wrist, okay? So they will feel it in the left wrist cock, which will again get that golf club pointing back down to that baseline at halfway back. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get it straight through the forearm, at halfway back, under the forearm just a little bit, or even just very slightly above it. It's kind of a window that you can put it into there. Ideal is when the golf club goes back from this one-piece move, is that it goes straight up through the forearm without going underneath it. That would be an ideal position, but it's not a necessity. There's great players out there who take the golf club back beautifully in the backswing, but get it a little bit under the forearm. Hunter Mayhem being one of them. He takes it back just a fraction underneath the forearm, but gets in a beautiful position at the top of the backswing. So it's not an absolute necessity. But what we do want to see is from the front view, at halfway back, we always want to see a 90-degree angle right here between the left arm and the golf shaft. Okay, so that is important because that's where you're going to be able to get that load at halfway back and then carry on that load all the way to the top, maintaining maximum width at the top right here with the arms from the body, with the right elbow loaded downwards. Now, the way that you're going to set the golf club has got varieties. Obviously, we know that you can cock the left wrist upwards. We know that for some people, they will feel that the right wrist is hinging backwards a little bit more. Okay, the person who I like to feel getting that right wrist hinging backwards in this direction right here would be the type of player who tends to take it back, left arm maybe rotates open and gets away from the body a lot to get that one-piece move and feel a little bit more load in that right wrist. Or even getting that player who sometimes has this position with the right wrist at the top where it's almost pushing back against the golf club. Okay, they will want to feel that as it's setting, that right wrist is working backwards. So there's a little bit of cause and effect in there. So we're looking at what is the root cause of that fault. It's also very good for them learning what the delivery can be. when you've got that right wrist going backwards correctly. But A lot of people I find who take the club too upright in the backswing. So Sean O'Hare used to take it very, very upright to the top. A great feeling for the type of player who takes it too upright is to think about the left arm rotating. Okay, so from this position here, if I just simply, from there, rotate that left arm, we can now see how that right elbow is folded. So back from here, we can just see, rotate the left, the right folder, then forwards, okay, and we can now see that this is fully loaded. So that the player who's going very upright this way and picking it up very quickly, once we've got that first move correct, we can get them to feel that the left arm rotates and the right elbow just simply folds downwards. Now, there's one slight issue for people when they rotate the left arm at times, is that they keep it too tight across themselves here, which then they get too far behind with the club and it gets in a little slightly flat or stuck position. Now, people then say, oh, that left arm rotation is not for me. It might actually be that they've got a golf club in a great position. All they haven't done is let this left arm slightly move off the chest. So as the golf club sets from here, that left arm rotates, that right elbow folds, and we can see there's a bit of space here in this extreme upper armpit, okay? So it won't be right in the depth, but it'll be here against the side of the chest. So we can now see that that's in a free position then just to take it to the top, okay? And I think that this is a very important aspect for a lot of people. I think that some people just tend to hug that left arm across the chest too much, therefore getting it way too deep in the backswing, making it very difficult to take the club up on plane. So we can see there's three different ways of taking it back. We've got the left wrist cock for the guy who takes it back with the right hand, pulling it on the inside. We then have the one feeling the right wrist hinge a little bit from the person who goes under plane but gets the right wrist a bit too flat at the top of the backswing. And then you have the third one, which is the person who gets it a bit too upright, feeling the left wrist, left arm rotate, right elbow fold, but they're always, all of them, you're trying to get that 90-degree angle between the left arm and the golf shaft at halfway back. And try to remember about this base of the plane line. You can trace that during the first move away here, and halfway back, the club pointing back in that direction. I really hope you've enjoyed this video from me. Please visit my YouTube channel to subscribe. I've also got my Twitter and Facebook links below. Got some really good information on there. I'll be doing many more videos. If you'd like to see me, I'm based here at Altrincham Driving Range in Cheshire, and I also do periodic trips over to America, and I'm available for online lessons. Please get in touch, post your comments below. I'll give you some feedback, and thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking to you again very soon.